This is Jason at the Recyclist Bicycle Company, and today I'm going to take you through the process of tuning a pair of skis. So this machine is a Winter Steiger base sanding machine. It does a simple task in that it just runs a ski over a gigantic piece of sandpaper, but there's no way to replicate it. They're very expensive machines, and there's a reason for that. They do a very specific task, but there's no inexpensive way to do that. So all skis at some point and snowboards need to have the base ground down. It takes out small imperfections in the base, smooths it out. There's no way to do that other than have a big machine like this. So we're really excited to have this. It's a relatively new machine, really quiet, really smooth operating, for sure the best machine I've worked on in all my years of tuning skis. So I'm going to go ahead and send this ski through the base grinder here. It's the sandpaper is wet down, so it runs over real smooth, and it'll completely resurface the base of this ski, take out all the little small scratches that are in it, and make the base nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. That's it. Nice and smooth, scratches are all gone. Ready for some wax. Okay, so what we got here is a ski that I just ran through the machine and the ski that has yet to be run through the machine. So you can clearly see on this guy, lots of scratches. It's from things like rocks and stuff. You're inevitably going to hit stuff while you're skiing. It's going to put minor scratches on the base of the ski or snowboard, same thing. With this guy, once we run it through the base sander, it takes off a very, very small amount of material, but enough that it eliminates all these small scratches and imperfections in the base of the ski. I mean, it makes it look brand new once it comes out, especially once we start waxing it then and do a wax job on it. The base of the ski literally comes out looking like brand new. Okay, so what we're going to start doing now that we ran the skis through the base grinding machine is give them a wax. So there's different types of wax, there's different temperatures of wax. This is kind of a universal. It's what we'll put on people's skis and snowboards when they bring them in. Instead of being temperature specific, it'll kind of work well in all temperatures across the board. So it doesn't matter if you're going on a really cold day or a really warm day, the wax will work well for you. So basically the process is dripping a small amount of wax on the base of the ski, and you don't need to do too much. As I start melting this wax in, the wax is basically going in. Every ski and snowboard base is porous, and what we're doing when we're melting this is actually melting the wax into the pores of the skis. So later on when we scrape and brush, we're actually removing all of this surface wax that's on the top of the skis, because the only wax that we want left behind is actually in the base of the ski. That's the only wax we care about. So we're going to get rid of the vast majority of this wax later on once it cools down. So there is a good temperature that you want when you're waxing. You want it warm enough that the wax obviously melts. You don't want it too warm that there's any smoke or anything coming from the iron. So there's kind of a fine line where you're getting the job done but not heating up the base too much. So once we get the base completely covered in melted wax, pretty much ready. So we'll finish that guy up and then basically wait about 10 or 15 minutes for the ski to cool down, and then we'll start the scraping and brushing process. Okay, so we just waxed the ski, and now that surface wax is all cooled down. So what we're looking to do now is remove all this surface wax. So our job now is through a process of scrapers and brushes, we're going to remove all this excess wax off the top of the ski. So pretty straightforward process. You can't take too much wax off the base of the ski. Like I said, the wax that we're using is left behind in the pore of the ski, and we can't really remove that with any of these tools. So you can't take too much wax away from the ski. Okay, now that we've used the hard scraper to get rid of the majority of the surface wax, next we're going to go to a nylon brush, which is going to basically take another fine layer of wax off the skis. As you see, as I'm doing this, we're ending up with a lot of little fine wax shavings that end up, so that's all that's doing. We're removing wax that the scraper couldn't do, that the brush is going ahead and removing. So just kind of taking another fine layer of wax off the base of the ski. And after that, we're going to go with yet another brush that will kind of do the same thing. We'll leave a little bit of structure behind in the base of the ski, but again, just kind of taking another fine layer of wax off the base of the ski. Same thing as before, you're ending up with a lot of little bit of wax left over. Again, the wax that we want is already in the ski, so we're not going to be removing that. We're just taking away surface wax. And last but not least, a Fibertex pad. Kind of the same thing. All these are just different structured pads and brushes that are just removing fine layers of wax off the base of the ski. Really smoothing it out. This guy's the last one. So we end up with a really smooth and shiny base that has no wax left on it whatsoever and is ready to ski. We're inviting everyone to bring their skis and snowboards on down for full service tuning. We got a great group of guys here that've got years of experience tuning equipment. We're excited about skiing and snowboarding. We're excited to get your equipment done, and stop down and we'll take care of all your ski and snowboard needs and get you ready for the hill.